Hello friends, in this video we are going to talk about the concept of free cash flow. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe it right now and hit the bell icon to activate the notifications to get all the updates of new videos which I upload. You can consider joining our YouTube community where we discuss lots of stock specific ideas and market analysis on a daily basis. You can follow me on social media channels and don't forget to join our Telegram channel as well. So let's begin. What we'll be covering in this video today, we will be covering the concept, the meaning of cash flow statement, what is free cash flow, difference between free cash flow and profit. We'll understand how free cash flow is calculated, what are the benefits of calculating free cash flow, and what are the limitations of this concept. So let's get started. So what is cash flow statement? So cash flow statement is a financial statement that summarizes the inflow and outflow of cash and cash equivalents. So it's a part of the financial statements like P&L balance sheet. It's a supplement to that financial statements. It focuses or it summarizes the inflow and outflow of cash and cash equivalents. It doesn't take into account the non-cash incomes and expenditures. So it's a summary of the amount of cash which is flowing into the company or which is flowing out of the books of the company. What does it denote? It generally signifies the liquidity position of the company and how well the company is managing its cash. So this is a brief introduction of cash flow statement. Now coming to free cash flow. What is the meaning of free cash flow? Free cash flow represents the cash which the company generates after accounting for the cash outflows from operations. So what are operations? Operations are the day-to-day business activities of the company. So to calculate free cash flows, we take the cash balance which is after considering the inflows and outflows of the regular business activities of the company. And it also considers the outflow of the addition or maintenance of the capital assets or the fixed assets of the company. How can free cash flow be used? Free cash flow can be used by the company to pay dividends or to invest the money in any securities or to do new acquisitions for business expansion, or it can do even a buyback of the shares issued, and it can invest in the growth of the company. So it's basically the leftover cash after the cash from operating activities, which is at the disposal of the company to be distributed either to the shareholders or to be used for the further growth and expansion of the company. We'll understand the calculation in the coming slides. Now let's understand briefly what is the difference between free cash flow and profit. So free cash flow excludes the non-cash expenses and incomes. So if there is any income or expense which is not involving an inflow or outflow of cash, that is not taken into consideration while calculating free cash flow. Whereas P&L account is prepared on accrual basis. So in P&L account, even if there is no inflow or outflow of cash, on accrual basis, the incomes and expenses are recorded. Free cash flow considers the spending on fixed assets, whereas in P&L account, it is not considered. So profit doesn't have the effect of spending on fixed assets as it forms a part of the balance sheet. Free cash flows considers the changes in the working capital like inventories, cash receivables, cash payables, but profit doesn't have the effect of that because these are again the balance sheet items. Free cash flow doesn't take into consideration the interest incomes and expenses, because this is related to the investing activities or financing activities. In cash flow statement, as you know, there are three parts: cash flow from operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. So when we are calculating free cash flow, we are focusing on cash flow from operating activities mainly, and from that we are deducting capital expenditure. So the effect of interest income and expenses excluded while calculating the free cash flow. Now let's understand how is free cash flow calculated. So free cash flow is calculated by taking the net cash generated from operating activities, and from that we subtract capital expenditure. Now let us see practically how it is calculated. I'll take three examples. The first example I have taken from Relaxo. I'm taking live examples so that you yourself next time can calculate by opening these websites and taking the figures of any company which you like. So these figures I have taken from Screener. If you take the example of Relaxo, we can see in March 2020, cash from operating activities is 319 crores. From that, if we subtract fixed assets purchased worth 116 crores, the answer which we get is the free cash flow of the company. So I hope this is very simple to understand. Next, I'll take the example of Deepak Nitrite. If we see Deepak Nitrite again in March 2020, cash flow from operating activity, the net cash from operating activity is about 765 crores. From that, if you subtract fixed assets purchased 417 crores, you get the free cash flow. If you see the March 2019 figures, cash from operating activity is 60 crores only. The profits, actual profits as per the P&L account may be higher, but the net cash flow from operating activities is just 60 crores. But if you subtract fixed assets purchased of 256 crores, you are getting negative free cash flow in March 2019. So if the cash flows from operating activities are less, or if the company is investing a lot of money in addition of fixed assets, the free cash flows of any particular year can be negative. That is what I wanted to show from this example. Taking the third example of L&T. If you see in L&T March 2019, cash flow from operating activities itself is negative, which is 4756 crores. So even if you don't subtract the fixed asset purchase of 4307 crores, the cash from operating activity itself is negative. So the free cash flows are bound to be negative. So these are three different examples wherein you are having three different situations. I hope this is very easy to understand and you can calculate on your own for any company of your choice in future. Now let's understand what's the benefit of free cash flow. Free cash flows highlight the issues that do not normally get highlighted in the P&L. So if there are any issues where the companies are earning profits but they are not getting the cash or the receivables are increasing, that gets highlighted from the free cash flow. Reduction of accounts payable. What does reduction of accounts payable denote? That denotes that the creditors of the company are forcing the company to pay the money faster. What happens if the accounts receivable reduce? That shows that the company is getting money faster from the debtors. What happens when the inventory goes on increasing? That shows that the company is not able to sell the inventory fast and the stock is getting piled up. So these kind of situations also can be identified or detected from the free cash flow calculation. If there are consistent profits, but there is reduction in free cash flow, that could be an alarming situation. As we have discussed, free cash flow may reveal the issues before they appear in the P&L itself. So it is very important for you to check the free cash flow while you do the fundamental analysis of any company. Free cash flow is an indicator of the liquidity position of the company, whether the company has a strong cash position even after earning profits to distribute the profits to its shareholders as dividends or to invest in further growth of the company. What could be further limitations of this concept? The free cash flow may be inconsistent because the investment in capital expenditure or expansion is not fixed. In a few years, the company invests a huge amount of money. In a few years, they do not invest. So the free cash flow may not be consistent over a period of time. So that could be one of the limitations of the concept of free cash flow. So if you compare it with net profit, year on year, there could be drastic variations. So considering this limitation, you have to use this concept of free cash flow, but this concept has to be definitely used when you do fundamental analysis. So this is about free cash flow. I hope you understand it with the live examples which we have discussed. If you like the video, do hit the like button to encourage me to create more videos of fundamental concepts like this. If you want to be updated about my new videos, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon. Follow me on the social media, different channels on the screen, especially on Telegram, as I update regular market analysis on Telegram every morning. So thank you for watching this video, spending so much time. Have a wonderful